Hello, this is Arunava Chaudhuri. You are on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot. Today, I want to talk about East Bengal FC. I want to talk about East Bengal Club and the discontent amongst their fans after another failed Indian Super League campaign. On Friday night, around the training of the first team, there were certain protests of the fans who showed their displeasure at the club, at the management, at the players, the coaches, in regard to the ongoing season. And one needs to keep in mind that the last time East Bengal won a National League title was actually in the National Football League in 2004. So it's been 20 years that East Bengal has not won such a title. Yes, they did win the Federation Cup. Yes, they won the Super Cup last season. Yes, they've won the Calcutta Football League a few times. But the big prize in Indian football at the end of the day is still that National League title, because a league title is more often than not the real thing compared to winning something which is a knockout, a clean knockout tournament, or even a round-robin knockout, league stage knockout format. Now, the protest on Friday, I guess, was likely the start of something bigger that could happen depending on what happens in the next few days and weeks in regard to results. And one has to be very, very clear that when your team is not winning, when your team is not successful, you will have fans who will protest. Nowadays, the protest is mainly on social media, but in this case, the fans came over to the training ground and showed their displeasure. Now, how should a club tackle that? Now, I again come back to my German examples here, because if you see, we've had over the last year and a half, quite a bit of protests of fans of different clubs, where even fans came onto the field, interacted with the players, or blocked the exit of teams from the stadium, from their training premises, and had conversations about things. As we see here in the Indian case, the East Bengal fans are protesting. And you see those guys in their black clothes, the private security people, who are literally shielding the team from the fans. And this is another thing that I've seen evolve and develop over the last 10 or longer years, that the connect between the fans and the players in an Indian football context has gotten much, much less. Now that the top leadership at East Bengal Club is being criticized, should be the most normal thing in the world. But they are not willing to accept that they have done mistakes over the last XYZ years. And it's not just for 1 year or 2 years. We're talking now about 2 decades of failures of East Bengal FC in the national level leagues, be it the NFL, I-League or ISL. East Bengal has now been playing in the ISL. And this season was the best that they've put together so far. But at the end of the day, it just was names put together. It wasn't a squad which can challenge their arch rivals, Mohun Bagan Supergiant, who are likely to once more win the league shield. Fans and the team, the club, need to be one entity. That's how it works around the world. But at East Bengal, we have the fans who are hopeful, but then those hopes are destroyed once more. They don't know what is the right outlet, because the club is not allowing them to interact, to show and highlight their grievances. The club officials say, we understand and this and that. No, you're not. You need to allow the fans to interact with the club. You also need, in the one or the other instance, also the players to come forward, to face the music, to understand the emotions, the feelings of these fans. There's this rumor going around that one of the players actually was laughing when he saw those protesting fans. He didn't even understand what was happening. And it's also on the players. And I call on the East Bengal FC players. Don't be happy when you get all those lovely messages on social media. Go out there and listen to the fans. Yes, the one other thing will be personal. The one other thing will be not nice to listen to. But maybe then you understand, and it's not just East Bengal, I think every team which fails should be looking at it that way, that you need to interact. East Bengal is a big, big club. But in an ISL context, they aren't. And that's the other thing that I think one has to honestly say. The ISL playoffs is like the Holy Grail which can't be reached. But at this stage, I want to reiterate the point. The club, the players need to go towards the fans, interact with the fans. And as I said, listen to their grievances and maybe listen also to the one or other abuse. And at the end of the day, if East Bengal Football Club wants to be successful in an ISL context, in an Indian football context, professional management is the need of the hour. And also understand that the days are gone where every summer teams were rebuilt. You can jumble up a team together and then become champions. No, you need a long-term plan. You need a strategy, a 3-year, a 5-year plan to build a team which first can get into the top 6 and then challenge maybe for the title. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree with me? You've got other viewpoints which you want to mention here? Write them down in the comments below. And as always, like, share and subscribe Arunfoot here on YouTube. Visit my other social medias. Visit arunfoot.com. And I'll be back very, very soon. So Arunava Chaudhuri signing off. Bye for now.